Hello everyone, my name is George and today I will demonstrate to you how to work on the Tumo drapery tracks with 24 volt DC motor 101 9020. First you need a power supply just like this, okay? So this is 24 volts power supply. Comes from us, and make sure when you plug it in, always check that you have the green LED light. That's the very important indicator, making sure that you have power, not only AC power but also DC power on the motor plug. So here it is. The motor is very simple because it has only port for the power supply cable and LVI, or you can call it the dry contact closure at the bottom of the motor. And antenna. Never cut this antenna. This is very important element. So let me also tell you about the track. This track is a Tumo track for pinch plate drapery and pinch plate carriers and the masters. This is center open, right? And you have on both ends the same bracket, okay? So, which means that once you're at the job site, you can install the motor on either end of this track. So, like one of the end comes with this cover. So this cover can be removed very easy, like this, pop, you see, and I can put this over here, okay, and pop it, all right? And if it's on your right side or it's on your left side closer to the outlet, that's where you're gonna locate the motor. Of course, if you have one-way track, which means no center open, you will have to put the motor where's the stock of drapery, because the drapery will hide the motor and you have no choice to shift it over to the other side. So since we moved this, let's do it here on this side, and let's insert the motor. Before we're gonna insert the motor, I just want to stretch something. Those are the mounting brackets. They are mounted, you can mount them directly to the ceiling, or some people, they mount it on the track, okay, tied it with the screwdriver, okay, and they shoot the screw holding the track up. Well, this works good if it's not very heavy drapery. If it's heavy drapery, I would recommend to bolt it in the bracket itself first, using the center screw, because distribution of the weight is right in the middle. So the next thing that you have to remember before installing the track into the ceiling is we provide those clips, and those are for the drapery return. At the end of the rod, where's the end cap, you will see a bunch of holes, 6 exactly, all the way around. So if, let's say, this is the face of the track, you want to put either here or here, depends how much drapery return you have. And let's say we're gonna put it over here, all the way at the end, like this. And then you come with the last hook is here on this one, and then you come over with the drapery and put the drapery hook through this loop, so you don't have to bolt it into the wall, the drapery. A lot of people, I've seen it, that's what they're doing. And the reason why I put it this way, just in case if you have very little room here between the wall. So remember, always put this first before you install into the ceiling. Of course, wall mount makes no difference because you're most likely gonna have plenty of room above. So let's do the next step, which is installing the motor. So installation of the motor is real simple because you just pop it like this, but very important is to lock in place this little thing. See, you push it. Never leave it like this. The motor is still holding, it's not falling, but don't leave it this way, because when the motor is going to be working and vibrate, this will open it up and eventually the motor will fall down. So you have to push this all the way down until this little thing locks in place. If it's behind, that is locked. It cannot unlock it. So this is correct installation. The next thing, of course, we're going to plug it in the motor. And as you know, plugging in the motor will activate immediately the motor, and we can operate by touch. So you don't even have to have a remote. If you pull on the drapery, I would recommend not to pull by the front of the drapery because you can rip the fabric. I will recommend to grab more pleats of the drapery and pull it towards the center. So you see the motor automatically will take it over from you and close and open. If you pull back, then it will open up the drapery. The sensitivity is very high, and we send the motor by default with those touch control features. Now, if you needed to pair the remote control, the step is really simple because you don't have to adjust on the limits. That's all you have to do, just pair remote. To do that, I took the single channel, for example. So you unplug the motor, leave it unplugged for maybe a few seconds, maybe 5 to 10 seconds, and you're going to plug back in. The moment you plug it in, the motor goes into the pairing mode and stays in the pairing mode for about 2 minutes, and you can press open and close, and you can see the motor jogs. Well, let's see if we can do another one. So let's say channel 1. You can continue to pair more motors, more remote controls. And let's select this one, that's the 14 channel. And 6 channel remote. Let me see. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, because I was on all. Select channel 1. All right. And the reason why I did it, because some of the motors, especially the new tubular motors, they exit right away from the pairing mode. This particular motor, once you plug it in and pair one remote, it doesn't exit. For 2 minutes stays in the pairing mode. So here's a little note for you to make. If you have multiple tracks and you want to pair them to different channels, once you pair, let's say this one to channel 1 on the 6 channel remote, or channel whatever on the 15 channel remote, unplug this motor. Then go to the next one, plug it in, and select the second channel and press open and close. That way you avoid crosstalking. Another option is, of course, waiting 2 minutes until this motor exits the pairing mode, and you're not gonna have that problem. And lots of people running into this. That's why we're slowly gonna change this, and a new version of the motor will not be able to multiple motor to pair. Of course, if you want it to be deliberately 3 motors to be on one channel, then you plug it in all 3 motors, select the channels, and press open and close, all of them on the, let's say, channel 1, press open and close, and they're all gonna jog, and all of those motors gonna be deliberately on the channel 1. But if you, let's say motor number 4, you want it on a different channel, unplug those 3 motors and continue. That's the quickest way to do it around. I think we cover everything about this Tumo drapery motor. This is the 24-volt power supply. And thank you very much for watching. See you on the next video. Bye bye.